Hi, my name is Katie Hens. I am a Michigan teacher. I have 4 children that are in my house right now, unmonitored, so hopefully that's okay. But what that means, it's summer break. What that means is that this is probably the quietest place I have access to right now, which is my van, where I am sweating. There was a storm, but still I'm cooking right now. But the moment grabbed me, and even though I kind of hate social media, I thought I would try to do something to raise awareness and get some word out about some of the predatory practices that are happening with 403Bs and how a lot of us, myself included, are getting tricked into or by sales tactics that are not actually in our best interest. So as an educator, so that is my attempt here. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm a social studies teacher, and I'm embarrassed to say that I've taught economics for many years, including units on personal finance and financial literacy, and I still got duped. So it's embarrassing, and I feel somewhat ashamed to talk about it, but I want the professionals in our field to know who they're dealing with and what's happening to their hard-earned money. And so that's all I'm trying to do, is just spread some awareness, help you figure out the lingo so that you can ask the right questions to the right people, avoid the pitfalls that I have stepped into. And if we maybe build up a little bit of a community here, we can learn from one another as well. This is a national issue. It's not just Michigan. This is something that's been well documented. It's profiled in the abuses that take place. It's been profiled in investigative reporting. There's SEC lawsuits. There's all kinds of things that you think would have thrown up tons of red flags, or where you think the legislature would be like, hey, we don't want our teachers getting scammed by these predatory insurance companies and financial companies. And they haven't stepped up to the plate. And so it's up to us, I guess, to help one another out and inform each other about how to handle the annuities and mortality expenses and expense ratios and all these other horrible words that basically just mean you're getting screwed over. And so, yeah, I just want to share that with people and be here to support one another as maybe you can get your finances right, despite some of the pretty harsh tactics. So yeah, how did I get here? Short story. I have worked in 2 different districts. I started teaching in 2008. I taught in a smaller district called Gladwin Rural District. That was where I opened up my 457, which was a tax shelter. Didn't really know what I was doing then either. Early 20s, whatever. I left teaching for a short stint. I had 4 children. I had twins with my 3rd pregnancy, and my entire paycheck was going to childcare. So I decided that I would stay home for 3 years. And when I went back to teaching, I felt this pressure in 2019 when I returned to put away as much money as possible into a retirement account so that it could grow and I could make up for lost time while I wasn't in the profession. And so I'm going to try to be as transparent as possible. I think the more that we talk about finances, the better off we are, because then we can collectively act in everyone's best interest. And right now, that's one of the things that these 403Bs take advantage of, is the fact that we all have to individually contract ourselves out with them. So full disclosure, I re-entered teaching. I was putting away $550. I still was until last week when I stopped payments. $550 per pay, before taxes, right? That was the benefit, into this account. And it's 2026 right now, over the last 7 years, that's amounted to about, $80-some thousand in contributions. And one day, because I leave a lot of my finances up to my husband, I'm busy, right? Teachers are busy. I have 4 kids, right? That's a good excuse to not know what the hell's going on with my money. But anyway, the other day I sat down and I was trying to get into the app and like see how my money was doing and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, this just doesn't look as good as it should be, right? And I'm not a particularly greedy person. I don't think that I should be a millionaire by now, right? But I was like, I thought the market was doing good. Why does my account look like this? And then when I compared it with my husband's, I was like, whoa, why does my account look like this? It doesn't seem like I am seeing the dividends or the returns and stuff that I should be seeing. And upon some investigation and things that I'm hoping to share with everybody, I learned that approximately like 2.5 to 3% of what I'm putting in is just getting kind of like skimmed off the top without me seeing it. My app is like so cute when it shows me how much money I'm making. It's like all purple and it's like, this is how much money you're making. Look at you, go girl. Like, it's so cute. And I'm like, okay, but where are all the expenses? Where are the fees? Where are the things that I know you're taking out? Like the things that I know are there. Like, this isn't for free, right? Nobody's like, oh, we just want to take care of teachers for free. Like, I know there's money, but that was nowhere. They're nowhere. And I was like, this isn't right. And I just spent hours and hours and hours figuring out contracts, looking at the website, trying to opening things up, calling people, talking to various sales reps from different vendors. And what I've come to realize is that not all 403B vendors are bad. Okay. Like, that's a silver lining. So don't despair. But what I've come to find out is that the majority of teachers in America are susceptible to these what I would think of as being unethical practices and things that would be illegal if you were a fiduciary, or illegal if you were somebody who was like running a 401k. You would go to jail. But 403Bs are not held to the same standard, and they don't have to be as upfront or honest or just straightforward with you about what's happening with your money. And so they don't, because they don't have to. So kind of like capitalism at its finest, I suppose. So anyway, if you're tired of contributing to somebody else's purchase of a boat or a second house, and you, like me, work way too hard for your money, I welcome you to join me on this journey of learning more and, I guess, pulling back the veil on the financial and insurance industry and how it continues to really skirt decency. And I'm going to try to explain as best I can why these issues exist historically, legally, and what we can do about it to try to fix it. So I am on fire right now, and I don't know if that's perimenopause or just the fact that I'm sitting in a car in the sun in June. So I will check in again with y'all soon.